If there is one thing Nollywood fans never seem to get tired of talking about, it is the unique connection between Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts whenever they appear in the same movie. Over the years, viewers have watched countless on-screen couples, but there is something about this particular pairing that continues to spark conversations long after a movie ends. Interestingly, the reason behind their popularity is not always the obvious romantic scenes or dramatic moments that everyone notices immediately. In fact, some of the biggest reasons fans keep returning to their movies are hidden in small details that many people completely miss during the first viewing. It is often only after watching their films again that audiences begin to notice the subtle elements that make their performances stand out from the crowd. One of the first hidden details is how naturally they create tension without doing too much. In many movies, actors rely on dramatic speeches, loud arguments, or overly emotional reactions to keep viewers interested. Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts often do the exact opposite. They know how to make a simple conversation feel important. Sometimes the most memorable moments happen when neither character is saying anything significant. A brief pause, a thoughtful glance, or a quiet reaction can completely change the meaning of a scene. This ability to communicate emotions without constantly explaining them is one of the reasons viewers become deeply invested in their stories. Another thing many fans miss is how carefully their characters are usually developed throughout a movie. At first glance, it may seem like a straightforward romance or drama, but a closer look often reveals a gradual transformation taking place. Their characters rarely stay the same from beginning to end. They learn, struggle, make mistakes, and grow. Because these changes happen naturally instead of suddenly, viewers often don't realize how much development has occurred until the movie is over. This creates a more realistic viewing experience because real people also change little by little rather than overnight. Something else that contributes to their success is their ability to make ordinary moments feel important. Many actors shine during dramatic scenes, but Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts often leave the strongest impression during simple interactions. Whether their characters are sharing a casual conversation, dealing with a misunderstanding, or simply spending time together, there is usually an underlying emotional layer that keeps viewers engaged. These scenes may seem small at first, but they often become some of the most memorable parts of the movie because they help build emotional authenticity. Fans also frequently talk about how believable their chemistry feels. What makes this interesting is that chemistry is not always about romance. Many people assume chemistry only refers to attraction between characters, but true on-screen chemistry goes much deeper. It involves timing, understanding, trust, and emotional responsiveness. Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts seem to understand exactly how to react to each other in every situation. Their performances flow naturally because they appear fully present in each scene. Instead of focusing only on their own performance, they listen and respond to one another in ways that make their interactions feel genuine. One hidden detail that becomes obvious during a second viewing is how much storytelling takes place through facial expressions. While many viewers focus on the dialogue during their first watch, repeated viewings often reveal subtle reactions happening in the background. Sometimes a character's true feelings are visible before they ever speak about them. A smile that fades slightly, a look of concern, or a moment of hesitation can reveal important information about the character's emotional state. These details may only last a few seconds, but they add tremendous depth to the story. Another reason their movies continue to attract attention is because each project feels unique. Many popular screen pairings eventually become predictable because audiences know exactly what to expect. Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts managed to avoid this problem by bringing different emotional energies into different stories. One movie may focus heavily on romance, while another explores personal struggles, family issues, or emotional healing. Even when similar themes appear, the way their characters approach those situations often feels completely different. This variety keeps viewers curious and prevents their collaborations from becoming repetitive. Many fans also believe that their strongest scenes are not necessarily the romantic ones. In fact, some of their most powerful moments involve conflict, disappointment, or emotional vulnerability. These scenes often reveal the true strength of their performances because they require more than simple chemistry. They require emotional honesty. Audiences can usually tell when actors are forcing emotions, but Maurice Sam and Pearl Watts often make difficult emotional moments feel believable. Whether their characters are experiencing heartbreak, frustration, or personal growth, the emotions feel grounded and authentic. Another hidden factor behind their popularity is their attention to character relationships beyond romance. Their interactions often include friendship, respect, trust, and emotional support. Because of this, viewers become invested in the entire relationship rather than just the romantic aspect. Audiences want to see the characters succeed because they genuinely care about each other, not simply because they are expected to fall in love. This emotional foundation makes their stories feel more meaningful. Something that many viewers only notice after watching their movies twice is how carefully emotions are layered throughout the story. A scene that appears simple at first may take on a completely different meaning once you understand what happens later in the movie. Small moments often serve as emotional clues that become significant later. This kind of storytelling rewards attentive viewers and makes repeat viewings more enjoyable. Fans frequently discover details they missed the first time, which helps keep discussions about their movies alive long after release. Their body language is another underrated aspect of their performances. While dialogue is important, much of human communication happens through movement and posture. Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Watts use body language effectively to reveal what their characters are feeling. A slight distance between characters can suggest tension. A relaxed posture can indicate trust. A hesitant movement can reveal uncertainty. These details work quietly in the background, helping audiences understand emotions without needing everything explained through dialogue. Many fans also appreciate how relatable their characters tend to be. Rather than portraying perfect individuals, they often play people dealing with realistic challenges and emotional struggles. Their characters make mistakes, face consequences, and learn important lessons along the way. This realism allows viewers to connect with them on a personal level. Audiences see aspects of their own lives reflected in these stories, making the emotional moments feel even more impactful. Perhaps the biggest secret behind their on-screen success is balance. Neither actor tries to dominate scenes or overshadow the other. Instead, they work together to serve the story. This balance creates harmony within their performances and allows both characters to shine. When one character experiences an emotional breakthrough, the other supports that moment rather than competing for attention.